What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day so far. Today, what we're going to talk about is I'm going to teach you guys on how you can stay full so that way you can lose weight a lot faster and easier. Okay, much better than a diet or a pill, that's for sure. So I'm going to teach you, I'm going to share my screen here in a second, and we're going to jump straight into today's training. Okay, perfect. So first and foremost, okay, I got a few questions here I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to break this all down and help you guys get on track with your weight loss. Okay, so how to easily stay full to lose weight a lot faster and easier than diet. So, first and foremost, the first question we want to ask ourselves, guys, is let's start right from the beginning here. Okay, what typically causes weight gain? Okay, more than often, 99% of the time, we'll say is what causes weight gain is simply we just eat too many calories than what we'll burn on a day-to-day basis. Okay. So when we eat too much food and we don't burn it off, what happens is that we'll start to store it. Right. So let's say, we typically burn 2,000 calories a day and we eat 2,500 calories. That extra 500 calories is going right into our hips. Okay. So that extra calories, that extra energy that we consumed, but we didn't use, that's going and storing in our bodies for later on. Okay. So that's what causes weight gain. Okay. So how do we fix this? Well, there's two ways to fix that when that situation is going on. Number one is we can move more. Okay. So we can move more so we can burn more calories, better metabolism, or we can eat less. Okay, less calories consumed, so that way we can get under our BMR and start dropping weight, get into a deficit, caloric deficit. So onwards, move more equals too hard. Okay, guys, and moving more, the first option is just way too hard, because here's the thing. Okay, think about it. Let's say you get a good workout in, right? Let's go, you go to the gym, you absolutely crush it. You might burn around, let's say anywhere between 250 to maximum, we'll say around 500 calories or so. And that's like working your butt off. Okay. So let's say you'll burn around 400 calories maybe, right? So you go, you work your butt off for an hour in the gym, you burn 400 calories, which is awesome. You're close to losing almost 1 pound a week if you do that, and you're in a deficit. But then let's say you get hungry and you go to the store and you grab a muffin on the way out while you're grocery shopping because you're super hungry and you didn't eat before going grocery shopping, and you got a muffin. That muffin is going to be 300 plus calories. So that workout you did to burn off calories, if that's what the workout was for, now you only burned off maybe 100 calories from one muffin, guys. And that is why to try to outwork a bad diet is never going to work long term, because we'll have to spend literally all day long in the gym, 6-7 hours to be able to burn off all those excess calories. So the better way, the easier way to do this is to eat less, but better yet, eat less in a way that's going to keep you full so you don't feel like you're deprived or like you're missing out on anything. Now that's the key right there. Okay. So how do we do that? How do we eat less here, guys? Well, better yet, let's ask the question, why do we get hungry in the first place? Okay. Why do we get hungry? Well, of course, there could be health issues and stuff like, different kind of things like that, right? With your blood sugar and whatnot, or just natural things with your blood sugar. But most of the time, the reasons why we get hungry is stress. Okay. Stress can cause us to get hungry. It can also cause you to get full as well. Depends on the person. So stress, just natural hunger, dehydration is a huge one. Hormones, that's kind of like I mentioned before, just health issues and stuff. But hormonal times, a lot of you ladies, your cycles, you find that you crave different things, a lot of sugar, stuff like that. And also just, overall just cravings and addiction. Okay. Some food addicts or sugar addiction, whatever it may be. All right. So that's why we get hungry. So let's ask ourselves then, how do we work around these things? Because if we can work around these things and we can keep ourselves full to the point where we don't need to really eat a crazy amount of food, and naturally we're just a lot more full all the time, that's going to help you lose weight so much easier than just starving yourself to death and just trying to eat salads all day long and depriving yourself, right? Because that's never sustainable long term. Okay. So how do we actually stay full? How do we work around these things right here? Now, Very first one, okay? And this is, guys, if you watch my stuff, this is why we say like the little things matter when it comes to your weight loss. And that's why your routine, your mindset, your belief system, everything matters so much. I'm gonna explain here why, okay? So stress, let's ask the question, like, what causes stress? Why do people get stressed out? Well, if you don't sleep good enough, your cortisol levels are going to be all over the place. You're not going to feel good. You know, you're going to be very ticky if you're not sleeping good, right? So sleep can also mess with your stress. Number two, with stress is if we don't have a good handle on our emotions, right? I get my clients, and if they have a hard time dealing with stress, I get them to meditate every single day. And the reason why is because it helps you control your emotions and your thoughts much better, okay? Because one thing is that we got to understand is that we are not our thoughts, okay? But if you believe, or if you don't meditate or you don't practice these things, and you have these thoughts that come in that put yourself down, like a lot of people who are depressed, and a lot of people who usually struggle with their weight are a little bit depressed. Sadly, is that, you know, if you are someone who's depressed or struggling with that mindset, your inner voice is probably not too friendly to you, right? It's probably not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. That's for sure. It's not treating you nicely. And when these thoughts, these constant negative thoughts come in and make you feel bad, I mean, it's going to cause a lot of stress in your life. It's not going to make you feel too good, right? So that's another factor, is the control of our thoughts and control of our mind there. And then just other factors too, just not handling stress well, not moving our bodies, little things like that. If you don't have things that you do on a daily basis to control your mental health or your stress, then that's a huge factor, okay? And odds are what will happen is, instead of using healthy things to get rid of that stress, you might go towards sugar, or you might go towards overeating, comfort eating, right? Carbs. So that's a big one, okay? Again, that's why the little things matter here. Next one is natural hunger, which is totally normal. All right, we'll just cover that one after, because there's ways to be full longer. Next one, dehydration, water. Okay. Did you know that most of the time when you get hungry, odds are it's not that you're actually hungry. It's literally just because you're dehydrated. Okay. I know a lot of people, I talk to a lot of people, and they say like how they drink so much water, right? But oftentimes, guys, it's actually like maybe half the amount they should be drinking. Okay. For you ladies, you should be drinking around 90 to 92 ounces of water a day. That should be the goal. If you drink that much water, it's going to take away dehydration, which is going to take away your cravings and all these random hunger times. I promise you, start drinking more water. It'll be a game changer for you. Okay. Maybe cut back on that coffee a little bit, but you don't have to cut it out. All right. So the next one, hormonal times, right? You know, time of the month. We'll work around that, but honestly, you know, it's going to be a little bit more of a battle for you ladies, especially when, you know, if you're going through menopause, or if you're going through any kind of hormonal changes, you know, your cycle, stuff like that. That's a good time to practice that mental muscle, right? That discipline, that willpower, practicing that. Now, easy things though, and this is why the easy things matter so much, guys, is you can set yourself up for success, which means when these hormonal times come around, or just even on your weight loss journey in general, the last thing that you want to do is have your snacks in the fridge and have your snacks around the house where you know you can access it, right? Because the second that craving comes around, I don't care how much willpower you have, eventually you're going to give into it. So your best way is to set yourself up for success by getting to sleep and on time, having a solid routine, keep yourself busy, little things like that to help work around that, to really set yourself up for success. Okay. Keep the snacks out of the house. If you want a snack or a candy, or it may be, make yourself go and grab it. Okay. And last one is addictions, which if you have a food addiction, like a very bad addiction with food, or whatever it may be, honestly, you really should get some help to figure that out there, just like any kind of addiction, right? You know, never feel bad or never feel embarrassed about getting some help. That's for sure. So other ways to work around this, guys, other ways to stay full and to avoid that hunger. Number one, the food we eat, okay? The food we eat matters so much, okay? So I have an example here, McDonald's versus meat. So let's say, you know, I go to McDonald's and I get a chicken burger, right? Oh, protein, awesome, eating chicken. First and foremost, that chicken is just mostly just not even real, okay? It's just a bunch of crap put together. Next thing though, is that the ingredients and the things inside of a McDonald's food is, number one, going to make it so it's very high calories, by the way, But number one is that you don't get full as easy. And number two is that it actually makes you want more. Okay. So the chemicals, the stuff inside that actual food is very addicting and makes you want more. Okay. So let's say, I go to McDonald's, right? And I get a chicken burger because I think I'm eating a lot of protein, or chicken nuggets or a beef burger. And I'm eating these burgers, right? I'm eating this food and I'm thinking that I'm doing things right because at least I'm getting some protein in, right? Number one, way more carbs and protein in those meals. Just look at the calories or the nutrition facts. But the issue is that that's not going to fill me up. Okay, so I'm going to eat that meal. It's not going to fill me up, and there's not going to be good nutrients, nothing really good in it for my body. Okay, it's just all crap. But the worst thing about this is that it's not filling, and it's so many calories. So it's like I could easily go to McDonald's and eat 5 chicken burgers like that, and it's so easy. And there's going to be so many calories in that food, rather than if I would just go get some meat at the store, go get a steak. That's same price compared to how much you're going to end up eating at McDonald's because it doesn't fill you up. You're better off to go get yourself a steak at the store and cook that up, eat it. It'll be about 250 calories or so, so a lot lower. And it's just pure protein and good for you, right? The best thing about that, though, that real protein that you're consuming is going to keep you full. That's the key, guys. So the key here, the lesson here is the food we eat matters so much, okay? A calorie is not just a calorie, all right? Food matters so much. We want to make sure we're eating more fiber, make sure we're getting complex, like real carbs in, whole grains, like real actual food, and more protein as well into our diets. When you can do those 3 things there, that's going to be a game changer for you. You don't have to eat like that all the time. I eat McDonald's once in a while as well. I eat out and stuff. I love my milkshakes from McDonald's. It happens. But more often than not, I win more than I lose, which means I'm eating better more often than I'm eating bad. Okay. And when you do that, that's going to help tremendously with your weight loss, with your skin, your mental health, the energy level like that you're going to have, mental clarity, everything's going to change. All you got to do is take control, have power over your food, and eat better more than what you do when you eat bad. Okay. We'll say 80% of the time. And if you can do that one thing, guys, and you eat high protein breakfast, a lot of eggs, lunch, some chicken, beef, or whatever it may be, for your supper, chicken, steak, you can go vegan options, whatever it may be. Protein shakes, so you can have protein powder, take protein powder during the day, little things like that. High protein is going to keep you full. I know protein powder is not necessarily like a real, whole food and stuff, but it's still very beneficial, very helpful because it's going to keep you full. Okay. So protein, fiber, real carbs, real food, that stuff is going to keep you full. Okay. So when you ever get a sugar craving and stuff like that, guys, when you're getting those bad those cravings, go for an apple. An apple's going to be 80 calories and it's going to have that sugar, the natural sugar, and it's going to feel really good. It's going to taste really good and it's going to kill that craving. Okay. That's what I do. My last reserve, if I can't beat my cravings, I got apples and clementines in the fridge and I just go and I eat whatever I want, however many I want, and I'm good. Okay. So that's the one there, is protein. Okay. High protein, the fiber, real food. And the food we eat matters. Okay. So just watching the food you eat, because the same thing too, when you go grocery shopping, a lot of time, guys, they're going to put on the front label. Let's say you take a chocolate bar, right? 250 calories, but then they'll promote that really big, right? Where it's like, oh, it's only 200 calories. Awesome. But then they have in very small print, it's going to say like out of 1/4 of the chocolate bar. So it's like, oh, shoot, it's actually 2, 4, 6, 800 calories that you're eating, but they're promoting that it's only 200 calories, and that's how they trick you. So try to always look, same thing with the fiber that you're eating, the carbs, everything. Make sure you read the fine print, okay? And honestly, it's so easy. It's really not that hard to do. You just got to check the back and just read the numbers. The more you do it, the easier it gets, okay? So like, for example, I shop once a week. Every Sunday, I'll go to a store. When I'm calculating up my totals and everything, I'll just convert, kilograms to ounces. I'll read the nutrition labels. I buy most of the same stuff and I have a good variety that I buy all the time. So I don't need to do it anymore. And that's the best thing about this lifestyle, guys. The more you do it, it's so easy that you don't have to think about it. It's just so natural at this point, but it takes time and it will happen for you if you do not quit. Okay. So next one, getting sleep in. Okay. Sleep, because that's going to help with your hormones. and it's going to help, you know, keep in that positive circadian rhythm. Okay. Our bodies have an internal clock. And they say that the best way to approach this is that you want to eat on a 12-hour time frame. Okay. So for example, I start eating, let's say around 8:30. My last meal's got to be at 8:30 p.m. Okay. So high protein breakfast at 8:30. Let's say my lunch is around 12 or 2 p.m., anywhere between there. And my last meal of the day, we'll say maybe I'll have a snack in between the day. My last meal of the day is around 7:38. Okay. So that way I'm eating in a 12-hour time frame so my body can function the best way possible. Now, comes to eating though, don't eat 2 hours before bed. That's a huge key. Okay. You know, I get a lot of questions about like, hey, well, what about fasting? You guys, all these little like techniques and stuff, it's just ways to eat less food. Like all the pills, all like these diet plans and stuff, all like the pills, the supplements, all that stuff. It literally just has ingredients in it to make sure that you don't eat as much. So it has things that keep you full, like caffeine, certain other kind of ingredients. I know there's like this certain bark or something like that they put in them. But caffeine's a huge one. What you'll find on those fat burning pills, it's just full of caffeine, because what does caffeine do? It makes you full. Okay. It doesn't make you hungry. Same thing with coffee, green tea, stuff like that. It's totally fine to consume. You don't want too much caffeine, that's for sure. Okay. You don't want around over 400 milligrams a day. Stop taking caffeine at 3 p.m. But you can use these things as tools to help keep you full. So that way your weight loss is a lot easier as long as you do it in a sustainable way. I'm not saying take a pill every 10 minutes, every hour or so, but you know, maybe have your coffee 2 hours after waking and then have another one right before 3 p.m. So that way you're full throughout the day. Okay, so that's what I do. I have my first coffee after my breakfast or my pre-workout now because I work in the mornings. And then after my workout, I'll come home and let's say I'll have another coffee and maybe I'll have one more around 3 p.m. And if not, I'll just have the one coffee around, we'll say 1 p.m. or so. And that will keep me full all day long. And the high protein breakfast that I have, that will keep me full as well. Okay. So all about these little things, guys, here's these little techniques that you can do to help keep you full. So it makes your weight loss so much easier. The hardest part about weight loss is that as you lose weight, your body is literally going to start pushing out your hunger hormones more. So it's going to start getting you to eat more food. This is the thing is that, you know, so again, as you lose weight, your body's going to start promoting you to get hungrier. Okay. It's going to push up the hormones to get you hungry. So you eat more food so you can gain the weight back. And that's what they have this theory called the set point weight theory about your body likes a certain weight and it'll try to stay there. But anyways, you can manipulate that by doing things to keep full. Okay, to avoid that hunger, the hunger hormones. Okay, so routine's another thing. Routine is another thing because it matters so much with your timing. Okay, you never want to go off too long without eating, because I know a lot of ladies I talk to, you know, they'll have a breakfast in the morning, they'll skip lunch because they prioritize work more, and then they'll skip their lunchtime, and then next thing you know, they come home after work, they're starving, they'll eat before supper, they'll eat after supper, late night snacks, all that stuff, and it just sabotages the results. And if they just would get the high protein breakfast in, a solid, good, decent lunch, that would keep them full. And then maybe a protein shake or something like that before supper, have supper, and boom, they would solve their weight problem with that one little switch. And that's the thing, guys, is that we don't need drastic changes to see drastic results. All right. My clients, they're losing 1 to 3 pounds plus per week, and they're doing these things here. Okay. And they're keeping it off forever, which is the most important part. So routine and timing. Don't let yourself get full. Timing you got to figure on your own. Everybody's body's different. I know the natural say is like try to eat every 2 to 4 hours or so, but just go based on what how your body is. Okay. Now, timing is key. All right. Next one, mental health. You should be doing something every single day for your mental health. Either if that's movement, meditation, talking to somebody, reading mindset books, mental health books, whatever it may be. We should all be doing things every day to keep our mental health on track, because here's the thing, the world is crazy. There's a lot of crap out there. And if we're not mentally in control, if we're not feeling good, if we're stressed out, rushing in the morning, we're not going to be able to handle the situations that come upon us during the day, especially if you're a parent. I'm not a parent yet, but I grew up in a household where my mom raised 3 boys. My mom and dad did. And geez, like hectic. So I mean, set yourself up for success. Get the positive morning routine in, win the morning, have a good system in place for your mental health. So that way, whatever life throws at you through the day, you can handle it a lot better. And that way you're going to feel a lot less stress as well. Okay. And then also little things to manage your stress. Movement is one of the biggest keys. Movement is one of the biggest keys to help you out with your stress levels. Now, the next one with your hormones, do the things that help your hormones. Again, first and foremost, before you go get any HRT or anything like that, hormone replacement therapy, get the little things on track. Work on losing weight, okay? Because more body fat can alter your hormones. Work on losing weight. For you ladies, you really want to make sure you're getting cruciferous vegetables if you need it, to help out with your estrogen levels and whatnot. So cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, stuff like that. The next thing, watch your soy intake, because soy, dairy, those stuff can alter your hormones. So just watch the foods you're eating. If you're going through menopause, for example, stay away from spicy foods, stay away from alcohol, stay away from caffeine, because that's going to mess up your hormones big time, cause a lot of effects of menopause. So little things like that. Eat healthy fats. Healthy fats is a huge one. Have a high fiber intake and good, solid, real protein. Little things like that is going to help you. If you really want to take it like the next level, like full organic, let's go. All you got to do there, like, is using organic products. I'm not even on that level right now when it comes to my life, but that's another thing you could do, is using all organic and natural products, because the endocrine disruptors and little things in all of our products, like our shampoo, our cleaning products, our stuff that goes into our laundry, like that cleans our clothing, all that crap there, the ink on receipts, all that crap messes up your hormones, which is nuts. Okay. So we live in a society right now that is really like not good for our hormones and, just our natural body, but it's just the way it is. So we got to deal with it. Right. So just do the best you can do there. Be mindful, but the biggest thing is control your stress, eat well most of the time, sleep well, stay away from the stuff I just mentioned that can help with your hormones a lot. And if you want to take a step farther, I mean, you can reach out to me for DNA testing, okay, or hormone testing. We do that. Or you can contact your doctor or whatever it may be, and get that handled there. But odds are, a lot of time, guys, you don't need to, go do that if you just get the little things right. All right, ladies. So moving on. The next one, beat the cravings, okay? Beating cravings through your environment. A lot of us don't, we don't understand. I think maybe some of us don't understand the importance of environment. Environment is so important, okay? And here's an example. Imagine you live with somebody who hates your guts and they're always pushing you down. Do you think you're going to be pretty happy? No, right? But if you live with someone who's positive, who wakes you up on time, who's like, hey, you got to get up, let's crush this day, let's win today, you look amazing, you're beautiful. Imagine living with someone like that. You're gonna be a lot happier, right? So that's just an example of the environment you're in matters so much. In fact, they did a study on obesity and they noticed that your environment plays a bigger role than your genes when it comes to obesity. And that's how important your environment is, guys, because your environment will help you create your belief system, your habits, the whole 9 yards, and your lifestyle. So set your environment up for success, which means keep the snacks out of the house, healthy snacks only, fill your fridge with good, healthy food, have positive things around your home, whatever it may be to set you up for success. Your environment matters so much. And that means the people in it too. All right. Last but not least, guys, last one here is water. Okay, water beats the dehydration. A lot of us get hungry because of dehydration. So just drink more water and maybe add a little bit of Celtic salt in there as well for your electrolytes and whatnot. And that is a game changer, big time. But that is a train for today, guys, on the things that you can do to keep yourself full, easy things that you can do. I think we can all agree this is all easy. Now, the last thing though here is you need to apply it. I can talk to you all day. You can spend the time watching these videos. None of it matters if we do not apply it. Okay. So the biggest thing, the best thing that you can do after this training is sit down, write this stuff down, create a game plan for yourself, create a routine for yourself, get real with your goals and your why and why you want to do it. Because if there's no emotions behind your goal, if you just say like, I want to get healthier, fit, it's not going to do nothing. It's not going to be sticky. Okay. It's not going to be important enough to stick to. All right. And lastly, if you need the one-on-one help, if you want help, like to put all this together with your food in a way that fits you personally, a lifestyle approach, or if you want to get the fitness on track in a way that can get the best bang for your buck when it comes to your goals and quick workouts or accountability, DNA testing, whatever it may be, if you need that help, okay, make sure you reach out to me. don't sit on the sidelines any longer, okay? Because you are your best investment. All right. S&P me is the saying. And if you've been strong with your weight for a while now and you truly don't want to like live the rest of your life with this weight, don't put it off any longer. Just get some help with this. You can message me CH, or I'll have a link somewhere where you can apply for help and we can have a conversation about it, you and me, the real me, and we can have a talk about it and see if I can help you out. And if not, I'll make sure you're clear and on the right path. But if you need that help, it's there for you. Out of that though, ladies, that is the training for today. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has taught you something, and I'll see you guys in the next one.